Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Jyotirmayi, a third year medical student from KMCRI Hubli. Today's video is going to be all you need to know about pathology, how to approach pathology, what resources to use, how to use these resources, and how to ace your pathology exams. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Firstly, talking about the resources for textbooks, we have Robbins, Harsh Mohan, and Ramdas Nayak. Here, you have two approaches. Either you just use Harsh Mohan from the beginning and stick to the same book, or use Robbins and Ramdas Nayak. I personally used Robbins and Ramdas Nayak, so I'll be explaining to you guys how did I use them. Firstly, Robbins. Robbins is a very vast book and a very nice book at the same time. You might feel overwhelmed in the beginning, but slowly and slowly it is a very interesting book. So how to approach it? Read Robbins page by page and make notes. You might feel that every line of Robbins is important. No, just make crisp, concise notes from Robbins. So this will be your primary source of notes. Especially for general pathology, please read Robbins. Also, hematology. It's given in a very beautiful way and it is very high yield. So, read general and hematology from Robbins and make notes. Then, for Ramdas Nayak, I used Ramdas Nayak for systemic pathology. Systemic pathology is given in a very beautiful way in Ramdas Nayak, including all the diagrams, flowcharts, and everything is given in a very beautiful way and in a very easy way to understand. So just read Ramdas Nayak for systemic pathology. So I personally didn't make any notes for systemic pathology because I'll tell you what I did for systemic pathology next. So next, talking about video resources, there's Pathoma videos, Preeti ma'am's videos, Ranjit sir's videos, and Priyanka Sachdev ma'am's videos. These are the best out there in the market. So firstly, how did I approach? For few topics in general pathology, I used Pathoma videos, that is cell injury and inflammation chapters. After that, I used Preeti ma'am's videos for the rest of general pathology, that is neoplasia and all those chapters, and also hematology. I used Preeti ma'am's videos. Then after that, for systemic pathology, I used Ranjit sir's videos. They're excellent. They're really good. And talking about revision, what I used to do is when I had free time, I just used to type in, like for example, renal pathology one shot by Priyanka Sachdev ma'am, and it used to serve as a very good source of revision. Like just one short video, if you sit and watch it, it's more than enough. So this is how I used to approach. And while watching all of these videos that I've mentioned, I took down notes. I'll show you my notes. So you can see these are my notes. So all of these are my notes for general pathology. So in this, there are two components. One is what is from Robbins that I've written down in my pathology notebook. And the rest is if suppose I find some new points from the videos, those are also added into this. So now how to have this combined approach, I'm going to tell you. First, watch the video. For example, if you're watching Preeti Ma'am's pathology video for hematology, say RBC, watch that video. Write down notes. Make the notes neat and clean so that you feel like reading them again and again. Okay. And here you can see I've concised it and divided the page into half. So I get more notes in a singular page and I don't have to feel that I have to read a big book again. See, it's a very thin book and whole of pathology is in this book. So now do that. Then what you do is read Robbins. When you read Robbins, you'll understand what is important and what's not important because you've already watched the video and it'll be easier for you to understand as well. So if there are any new points that you can add on, like here you can see everything is written in black, but there is little bit written in blue. So whatever I felt the new points are there, that is from Robbins that I've written in this book. And this book will be your sole source of revision. You don't have to go back to Robbins or the video notes again, right? So this is a holistic approach. Then let's talk about how to write an exam. So in pathology, everything they ask you is like they just ask you the term and you have to explain everything about it. For example, they'll ask you retinoblastoma. So how do you approach this retinoblastoma in points? Firstly, you write the definition. Definition should be 2 to 3 lines about what you know about retinoblastoma. Then you write pathogenesis. Before pathogenesis, you can write etiology. Etiology, be it what are the conditions that cause that ailment. For example, any genetics. So in the genetics specifically, the genes are very important, at least the key genes like p53 you should know where all it causes. Then retinoblastoma, RB gene, what happens, what is it. So if you read general properly, systemic will become very easy. So general may you'll know from neoplasia chapter, you will come to know what are the genes and everything, so that you can write down in systemic. It will become very easy for you. So then etiology, then pathogenesis, or sometimes you can write it as etiopathogenesis when you just have one etiology point and you have to explain that etiology. So you can write etiopathogenesis. Then you have the most important thing in pathology, that is the morphology. In morphology, you have two headings, that is gross and microscopy. So when you approach gross, you write it in points and you also draw a diagram if relevant. For example, if there's Phyllodes tumor and you know a diagram of the breast, how the gross looks, please draw it. Then microscopy. In microscopy, HNE diagram gives you brownie points. It's like extra marks. That means you understand the topic even better. And write the key points. For example, if you're talking about RS cell, you you should write owl eye appearance. So it should be all the key points what the examiner will expect must be written in your answer sheet and in points, and it should be legible. It should be visible to the examiner. Don't cramp your answers and write them, right? After morphology, you can write clinical features, treatment, prognosis, diagnosis, and complications. So these topics, these headings do not hold much importance. For example, let me tell you, if you get retinoblastoma for 3 marks, you just write definition, etiopathogenesis, and morphology, and a little bit about the clinical features. That is more than enough. But when it comes to 5 marks to elaborate, you write it under the topics definition, etiopathogenesis, morphology, and then clinical features, diagnosis, complications, and prognosis. So these are the topics you can write around, right? So I think it's very crystal clear for you guys. And the most important thing is diagrams, drawing proper, correct, legible diagrams, and they should be neat and labeled. That will give a very good impression of yours to the examiner, and you get extra marks and really good marks. After all this, I just want to give you some general tips. Firstly, stick on to one book. Don't keep switching. Like, I like Harsh Mohan for a few days, then I switch to Ramdas Nayak, then I switch to Robbins. No, please don't do this. Don't fall into this FOMO. For example, your friend is reading Robbins and you don't feel Robbins is good for you, then stick to Harsh Mohan from the beginning till the end. It's not a hard and fast rule that you have to read Robbins for a few topic and then go to Harsh Mohan and then go to Ramdas Nayak. No, don't do that. Then keep revising. So you might feel overwhelmed by seeing the vastness of the subject. Pathology is very vast, but trust me, it's very easy if you keep revising, and it's very interesting. When you're in second year, you realize that path, pharma, micro all feels like biochem at a point, but pathology is the only subject out of these subjects that is interesting, that has something that can give you curiosity. So please read, revise, and make good notes. And most importantly, to get good marks, please write in good handwriting and legible handwriting, so that that gives a good impression of yours to the examiner and you get extra marks. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope it helped you guys. This is just me advising you guys as a senior. So take this advice and ace your pathology exams. Thank you, guys.